Still to come tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the main event that may not even take place. It is scheduled to be a tag team match between Shawn Michaels and Seth Rollins taking on Edge and CM Punk. However, as we saw earlier tonight, Seth Rollins was beaten down by nightsticks by the Commissioner's goons. So it's looking as if it may be a handicap match here tonight. And with that information in hand, we go now to our interview correspondent, Jimmy Hart. Folks, I'm standing by with the world champion himself, Shawn Michaels. Now, Shawn, a lot of people are speculating whether or not Seth Rollins is going to be able to compete tonight. However, you have also been issued a challenge by CM Punk. Care to respond?
Well, you know something, Jimmy Hart? It's no secret that old HBK has had a tough go of it recently. With the Dudleys attacking me last week, to Stone Cold getting taken out, my world title reign is off to a rocky start. However, CM Punk, I have accepted harder challenges in the past, like trying to get your ass over in a tag team, but hey, Punk, I will fight you in any match I can, whether it's tables, ladders, and chairs or not. I will defend my championship against you at Desolation. Now, as for tonight, the main event, the Heartbreak Kid in action again. Whether Seth Rollins is by my side, or I have to take on you two chumps by myself, it doesn't matter to me. All I'm happy to do is defend my title like a fighting champion and be the showstopper that the people pay to see. So I'll see you in tables, ladders, and chairs, Punk, but tonight, it's just going to be a warm-up for fun.
Well, judging from that interview, it does seem as though Seth Rollins will not be able to compete tonight in what was meant to be a tag team match. Now, seems like it's going to be a handicap match. Shawn Michaels having to go up against Edge and CM Punk, whereas Kalisto right now has to go one-on-one with the Beast Incarnate himself, Brock Lesnar. And you heard a lot of cheers when this man came out, but there are equally as many boos for Brock Lesnar. After all, recently, he has made an enemy of himself by delaying the NLW debut of Shinsuke Nakamura, taking him out of the Royal Rumble, and then, last week, came face-to-face with Cesaro, and Cesaro challenged Brock Lesnar to a match, my god! A backdrop turned into a powerbomb. I have never seen anybody utilise strength like I have Brock Lesnar right there. There was a belly-to-belly. Kalisto landed on his feet, kicks himself away, and this is a mismatch if I ever saw one. The corkscrew dive, the springboard, and look at Lesnar just catching him like a baby and throwing him overhead. And this kick to the skull. Handspring, my god! Handspring into a German! And there's a second German and the third one. Brock Lesnar didn't even need to fall over with it. He just threw him overhead like a sack of spuds. And Kalisto may have bitten off more than he can chew. That's an understatement. Oh my god. And a slap to Lesnar. And now he's going to try for the Salida del Sol. But Lesnar doesn't faze him. The F5, and where are we now? Oh, look who it is. There is the man that last week challenged Brock Lesnar to a match. And Cesaro is witnessing firsthand what Brock Lesnar is capable of. And Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio, stablemates of Kalisto and the Lucha Dragons, just watch on in horror at this decimation at the hands of Brock Lesnar. It probably was a mismatch, and that's an understatement. We'll take a look at the replay again. Brock Lesnar here, catching out the handspring into the German suplex, and then Kalisto had the, well, I don't know what was going on in his mind to slap the Beast. Just going to piss him off further, and oh, look in the ring now. Kalisto was being attended to by his tag team partners, and now a double F5 to Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. Two men picked up and thrown down at once. Brock Lesnar is a killing machine, and Cesaro has to be prepared for that when they go one-on-one at Desolation. Last week, Brock said he would beat the piss out of Cesaro, and Cesaro said he welcomed the challenge. And you look into the eyes of Cesaro, that is not a man who is scared, that is a man who is hungry for a fight.
Look, isn't there anybody you can talk to about getting our jobs back? You're high up on the totem pole, right? We really appreciate it. Look, man, we really need the favor. We go way back. Can you not just do this for old time's sake? You boys have been drinking too much, or you think I'm high on the totem pole? Son, I've been ruined by this draft. That bastard Stone Cold took me away from my boss, and now I'm stuck here. So why the hell would I help you when I can't help myself? Maybe you boys need to learn why you were fired in the first place. The commissioner told me it's because you weren't rolling with the times. You were stuck in the past mentality-wise. I don't give a damn about your predicament right now. I don't care how far back we go. I'm looking out for number one at the moment, guys. I don't have enough time to worry about your two sorry asses. So maybe you should go out, get a job, and stop bothering me.
Well, Malenko and Wyndham, all they want are their jobs back that they lost a couple months ago. And you talk about men who lost their jobs. A couple of months ago, this man left. He left this company. He needed to find himself. And at the Royal Rumble, this man was reborn. This is the Phenom that we all know and love. This is the dead man, the Undertaker. No bandana, no motorbike. This man is the man who struck fears into the hearts of souls around the world. And here tonight, he has been drafted to No Limits Wrestling, and tonight he speaks out for the first time since he walked out of this company on episode 50. Tonight, The Undertaker is back and better than ever.
Creatures of the night, the dark days have begun. For The Undertaker, that many all knew, remembered, and respected, is back. I'm back to take souls and dig in holes, to strike fear into the hearts of those who cross my path. And NLW is, and always will be, my home. Tonight, I stand here as a relentless, remorseless, cold-blooded, vengeful, grim reaper. A few weeks ago, you saw my resurrection, and my actions were an example upon those who suffered at my wrath. Upon my return, I've seen the changes in this company. Some I approve, and others I don't. What I don't approve is the disrespect from the talent of superstars that have helped made what it is today. They take shortcuts to make names for themselves and rise to the top, while using other great men as stepping stones to achieve greatness. But that has led to some falling from grace due to their arrogance and negligence, thus giving this company a bad name. And I won't tolerate it any further. To all those in the back, hear this from the dead man. One way or another, I will bring respect back where it belongs. And if you defy me, you will be laying 6 feet under. After I'm done with that, I will focus on taking back what's mine. Starting off with taking back my yard. Then I will set my sights on reclaiming the holy grail that I first held, and that is the NLW World Championship. Everything that I've accomplished in the past has now set my career down a new path towards new destinies. And I will challenge anyone's immortality. I will conquer what has yet to be conquered. And in the end, whether it's the phenomenal AJ Styles, the self-proclaimed best in the world CM Punk, or the beast incarnate Brock Lesnar, or even my own brother Kane, you will rest in peace.
Well, that was as clear as day to understand from The Undertaker. He's taken souls and digging holes. He is back for one reason: to conquer this company and take back the respect that he feels has been lost with many of the wrestlers. And as we know, The Undertaker is not afraid to get his hands dirty in this company. And well, what a night we have seen. The first night of the brand split in effect, and we know we've still got a tag team match to come for our main event tonight, but it is the road to WrestleMania, and the next stop on the road to WrestleMania is a little pay-per-view called Desolation. Some huge matches already made, including for the NLW Tag Team titles. The Broken Hardys have challenged the Riot Squad, and the Riot Squad have accepted. The Hardys earlier tonight, a victory over Braun Strowman and Luke Harper sets them in good stead for a tag title challenge, and we saw what domination Brock Lesnar brought to Kalisto. Cesaro was watching on, but Cesaro is going to be the one to take on Brock Lesnar, and that happens at Desolation. And speaking of challenges, Bray Wyatt may have bitten off more than he can chew when he challenged Cactus Jack. Jack earlier tonight said he wanted a last man standing match, and Bray Wyatt, how's he going to be able to focus on Jack when he's got to focus on Sting as well? But there's also going to be a War Games match. Seth Rollins has been betrayed by Edge, by the Commissioner, and at Desolation he has the opportunity to go in there against Edge and the Commissioner's goons, as well as the Dudleys, but who are his partners? And of course it's for the world title. Punk laid the challenge out for his rematch. He wanted his rematch to be tables, ladders and chairs, anything goes. He goes one-on-one with the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels for the NLW World title at Desolation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our main event is up next. It was scheduled to be Rollins and Shawn Michaels against CM Punk and Edge. However, as we know, Seth Rollins earlier tonight was taken out by the Commissioner's goons at the behest of Edge. So now it looks as if it's going to be a handicap matchup. And you have to believe as the Commissioner plans out his next move, he is the new GM of Metal. However, I'm sure he's going to tune in here tonight to see what the competition's up to. After all, Shawn Michaels is a member of the Metal brand. And although he is a member of Metal, as the world champion, he is obligated to appear and defend his title on both shows. That is why he's here tonight. However, I don't think Michaels expected to be here tonight and compete in a handicap match. Although the world champion has to be on his toes, he knows he's got to be careful going in there against CM Punk and Edge, especially considering Punk wants to take Michaels out before tables, ladders and chairs at Desolation. And not to mention, Rollins must be gutted that he's not competing in this match tonight. After all, he wants to get his hands on Edge after Edge speared him on Metal. And tonight, CM Punk and Edge, I guess you can call them the team of Golden Boys of the Commissioner. This past week, Edge aligned himself with the corporate faction, but tonight, how are they going to work together to take out our world champion Shawn Michaels? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Know That It's Wrestling. This main event in progress you see there, pulling him down by the hair. It was meant to be a tag team match, but it's turned into a handicap match after Seth Rollins was taken out by the Commissioner's goons earlier tonight with the help of Edge. And now Edge is on the apron, Punk in the ring following the top rope elbow, but Michaels tries to get back into it with the axe handle and the atomic drop. But the trouble for Michaels is that he's got no one to tag to. And the NLW World Champion going to the top turnbuckle. But there's Edge. And Edge pushing Michaels off the top. And although Shawn Michaels is not a member of the NLW brand, as the World Champion, he's contractually obligated to defend his title and appear on both shows. However, he may be regretting showing up here tonight. But if I know Michaels, he's going to give it his best shot. There was the boot by Edge, and now a set-out powerbomb. Seth Rollins is not in his corner. He is being worked on by the doctors in the back, and at the request of the doctors and the medical staff, he's been told not to compete. Although I'm sure that it's eating up Seth Rollins inside. He wants to get at Edge and CM Punk so badly after the way that the Commissioner has treated Seth Rollins. We saw, of course, the kiss of death this past week. And is it going to be the kiss of death from Michaels here tonight? There is a knee by CM Punk. Goes for the Bulldog, but gets crotched in that turnbuckle. Michaels had the wherewithal to scout that one and prevent himself from getting Bulldogged. And Punk makes the tag. Michaels can do no such thing. And now the double team. Edge setting up for the spear. Punk is holding him in position. And Edge spearing CM Punk. And a catastrophic error for the Rated R Superstar. And there is a shot by Michaels. And now the scoop slam. And Shawn Michaels, 2-on-1, despite the odds against him. He is managing to put on a clinic. He's on the top rope, and there's the top rope elbow. That is why he's the world champion. And he's showing us why he deserves to be in the top spot. And although he's got a difficult job of it, having to appear on both shows, he is making a go of it at the moment. Goes to sweet cheap music, but Edge scouts it out. And there's a heel kick as well. Edge has been frustrated because of it's not a lack of opportunity. He's had plenty of them. He just can't capitalise on them. And that's where his anger stems from. And that's why he sided with the Commissioner. But Punk looks to put this match away on the shoulders for the GTS. But Michaels escapes with the sweet chin music. Shawn Michaels going to win this handicap match. But Edge breaks it up. And Shawn Michaels can't catch a break. It's 2-on-1 for God's sake. Oh, what? And did you see Edge turn his attention to the Titantron? Edge! Oh my God, he's here. Bandaged ribs and all from the nightstick attack from the goons earlier tonight. And there's a side kick to Edge. Edge set Rollins up earlier tonight. And now he's getting his comeuppance. Comeuppance for betraying Seth Rollins and attacking him on metal. The suicide dive by Rollins, but that has got to affect those ribs. And remember, this is legal. He was meant to be a part of this matchup. And now Edge thrown into the barricade. And now a drop kick to him. Seth Rollins, bandaged ribs and all, trying to take out Edge, and the referee trying to break up the fight on the outside. His attention is distracted. And meanwhile, CM Punk with the low blow in the ring. Referee didn't see it. And now the GTS.
2, 3.
And CM Punk has pinned the world champion. And oh, look at that again. And spearing Seth Rollins in those already injured ribs. The injury suffered earlier tonight at the hands of the Commissioner's goons, who will be competing in War Games along with Edge, along with the Dudleys, against Rollins' team, and Rollins may not even make it to War Games. Edge with the steel chair to the ribs of Seth Rollins. Well, take a look at how this one ended. The super kick wasn't enough. Edge broke up the pin, then Rollins, against advice of doctors, hit the suicide dive, injured ribs and all, but then, while the referee was distracted, CM Punk hit the low blow and the GTS and got the victory for his team. And now there's one of the Commissioner's goons and JBL, and now the corporate team doing a number on both champions.
Seth Rollins That kiss of death was just the beginning of the end for you. Now I have friends in high places, and it looks like you don't have any friends at all. So what I suggest, Seth, is you run for your damn life, lest you want to get your ass handed to you inside War Games. I'm done wasting opportunities to kick your ass. And besides, Seth, who would be dumb enough to side with you?
Bullet Club. Four.
Who would be dumb enough to side with Seth Rollins? The question should be, who would be mad enough to take on the corporate team? And the shock of everybody in the arena, that's because these men are contracted to Messel. They are not allowed to be on this brand. They're not contracted to be on this brand. But Finn Balor, AJ Styles and the Young Bucks of the Bullet Club have accepted the challenge, and now security try and break up the